Hello Cancer, how are you? I hope you're very well. My name is Madam Butterfly, for those of you that don't know me. And we're going to do a love reading for February Cancer, but it's timeless, you know. So whenever you find it is when you were meant to see it. You're very, very welcome here. Thank you very much for taking the time to check out the reading. I appreciate it a lot. And if you feel like it resonates with you, Cancer, and you feel like, excuse me, liking and subscribing for me, I would appreciate that a lot. So, okay, excuse me, so your oracle card is spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning, and you have tested at the bottom of the deck. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So in terms of love, you guys are on some kind of soulmate journey or twin flame connection. You're sort of, it's kind of like a little test at the moment, I guess. This could be you as being tested, or maybe your person is being tested, or maybe both of you. But it seems to be a spiritual connection. So it's like a fated connection. You guys are meant to meet. You know, you're meant to be on this journey together. So, first card out is the Lovers. Cancer, alright. So this really is a very spiritual connection with the Lovers. Twin flame, soulmate, true love connection. You know, the thing about the Lovers, you know, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's actually two people that are naked, right? So the idea behind that is that both of them have dropped their ego. And when you say ego, you know, it makes you think like, oh, this person thinks they're too good for me or whatever. That's actually not what it means. It's confusing. But when you're talking about ego, you're talking about the set of beliefs and kind of the old attachments that people have. So maybe, sorry, that's annoying me, but that's not. There we go. Like the set of beliefs and attachments that people have had to like things that have happened in the past, right? So for example, say that you've had a bad relationship in the past, you know, and then you meet someone new, because I feel like this person with the Page of Cups may be a fairly new energy. I'm not sure. I want to say fairly new with the Page of Cups. Yeah, and you kind of project like your past, what's happened in the past onto this new person maybe, right? That's what they mean by dropping the ego. Like, you have to get rid of that shit before it works out, because with the Lovers card, it's called the True Love card, because once you drop the ego, it's a connection that's going to last forever. You know, it's built on something so solid that nothing can knock it down. But, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get to that place. Okay, you have the Hierophant, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. But, you know, this is a very spiritual connection that you're dealing with here. This person could be a teacher. They could be a spiritual teacher of some kind. They could be, certainly you could have Taurus here. You could have Gemini or Libra. They could be a teacher of some kind. They could be someone in some kind of position of authority, like that people listen to. You know what I mean? Probably somebody quite traditional. You know, they may have a very traditional view on the way that relationships should go or something like this, or they may just have traditional views about the roles. Your role, their role, how it should go down, something like this. But with the Hierophant, this is a very spiritual, kind of higher self connection, you know. Okay, what else, please? Okay, you have the Magician. Heavy Taurus, heavy Gemini energy. It could also be a Virgo. So you have the Magician there. So there's something here about learning lessons right? Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. This connection has kind of triggered you, and it's probably triggered them too, I would say, because you're mirroring each other here. The Magician often, for me, it talks about having learned your lessons, because with the Magician, it's like now you have everything you need to move forward, right? Because whatever's been going on in this connection, it's triggered you to like deal with your shadow side. And the thing is, it's not until that, because that's part of the ego, you know, dealing with the shadow side, because the shadow side is like, I don't know, for example, fear of abandonment. And maybe you didn't even know you had that, you know, and it's something that like this person will trigger it in you somehow. You know, like maybe they'll vanish for a couple of months or something like this. Just as an example, I'm not saying you have a fear of abandonment, but just as an example. So you kind of have to deal with your triggers, you know. Okay, what else, please? What else for Cancer, please? What else for Cancer? Thank you. What's this one? You have the Knight of Swords. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. I'm going to have to clarify that one. Often it means that something's going to happen fairly quickly. Like once you've kind of learned your lessons here, whatever spirit is that's wanting you to learn, it's going to happen very fast. And I would say you're fairly close to that point. You have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. So this often talks about a reconciliation, like a second chance at something. And you have the Hermit here, so you could be dealing with a Virgo. Let's see here, let's clarify. Could definitely be dealing with a Virgo. Could for sure be dealing with an earth sign. Could be Taurus or Capricorn as well, because the King of Pentacles is trying to come out here. So with the King of Pentacles, you could be dealing with someone that kinda, you know, they're kind of large and in charge. Something like this. Especially with the Hierophant, I would say it's someone people probably listen to. They may have their own business, but they have an air of authority. They're probably quite charming, probably have a bit of a silver tongue, but it's generally an energy of someone that likes to look after other people, you know, like someone that likes to be the breadwinner, someone that likes to take care of people, or like, yeah, like the protector, do you know what I mean? Someone who likes to be the protector. Or just look after you, you know. Alright, clarify that, Lovers, please. Thank you. Oh my god, you have the Lovers with the Devil. That's really interesting. So you both have stuff to work through. You could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn, but you both have stuff that's kind of, or you did have stuff that was holding you back. You know, you both had stuff that you needed to deal with before this connection could, you know, progress, before you could have union here. And I feel like at least for you, Cancer, possibly for your person as well, there's some kind of broken heart here. There's some kind of emotional release. Maybe your person, there's some kind of sadness in both of your pasts here that I feel like you needed to get past. And maybe it took you both a long time to talk about it. Maybe it took you both a long time to actually discuss these things with another person. Doesn't mean you had to discuss them with each other, but maybe you both kind of ignored a lot of sadness that you had in your past for a while, and you've only recently sort of dealt with it. Because you may both have been raised under the, you know, to believe that you shouldn't really, you know, to, like, wallow in your problems or something like that, or like acknowledge your own emotions or complain or something like this. Okay, clarify the Hierophant, please. Okay. Give that to me again, Spirit. I'm not really sure which one that was. Clarify the Hierophant for me, please. You have the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's certainly marriage here. Ten of Cups here for those of you that want it, or certainly like a long-term commitment. It might be very traditional, might be a very traditional commitment. You could definitely, there's a lot of earth energy in this reading. This person could very well be an earth sign. They could be younger than you. You may have met this person when you were doing a job that you had just recently started, or like you recently, I don't know, you started a new course in uni or college or something, or you were learning a new evening class, or you got transferred to a new department. That may be when you meet this person or when you met this person. Something new to do with money is when you met this person. And I feel like, yeah, this is like, you're supposed to have met this person with the Ace of Pentacles here. There's definitely a delay with the Hanged Man. There's definitely some kind of delay here. But this is going to end in commitment, Cancer. This is going to end in like a happily ever after. For those of you who are, you know, on the market for like, you know, marriage and children, this is looking like this connection. Okay, clarify the Magician, please. Thank you. You have the Temperance. Yeah. So you have the Magician with the Temperance. So this was the reason for the delay, was so that you could be ready, so that you could have everything you need, and probably for your person as well, because I think you guys are mirroring each other, because that tends to be what happens in these spiritual connections. You're mirroring each other, you know. So it was necessary for the delay so that you could get yourself balanced, and so that this person could get themselves balanced, so that you could both learn these lessons that you were supposed to be learning. And then when the time was right, you would move forward. Yeah, look at that. That's mad. You have the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Cups. So when the time is right, this person will be rushing in to offer you love. Camera, there you go. Thank you, camera. So when the time is right, with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, this person is going to be rushing in. Knight of Swords is like very, very fast energy. It's someone that's putting all the other concerns aside and just being like, screw it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to call them, I'm going to message them, I'm going to ask this person out, I'm just going to do it. But they were waiting for you to have everything you needed first, Cancer. Both of you, they were waiting for both of you, because you have been through some kind of test. Spirit's been poking at you. Okay, and clarify the Hermit for me, please. Clarify the Hermit, thank you. Oh, you got two, alright. So you have the Star. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. You have a Star at the bottom of the deck. And you have the Emperor with the Four of Wands. With the Hermit. So you could also be dealing with an Aries. Yeah. It was necessary for you to be by yourself for a while, Cancer, so that you could basically level up. Basically. You've reached some kind of huge milestone in your life. Huge milestone. Because you've turned the bad experiences that you've had in your life, you've basically transmuted them so that you're now boss energy. You know, you haven't let the experiences break you, you haven't let them drag you down. You know, you've kind of got into this energy of like, okay, so that didn't work out and that sucked, but now I know what I don't want, and now I know what I won't accept in a relationship. You know, and now you're ready. I feel like you're ready now to get into another relationship. You know, you're a little cautious. I would say you're a little cautious, but you have everything you need now because you're in boss energy. I feel like there's probably something else you're supposed to do now as well, because they don't get you into this Emperor energy for no reason. You know, there's usually something else that you have to do. And I feel like I can't quite remember your general reading, but I feel like there was something about that in your general reading too, right? Like something that you had to do. So I think it was necessary for them to level you up before, you know, before you could have a relationship with this person. This is why you've been in hermit mode. This is why they've put you in hermit mode. And also with the Star, yeah, because I've just lifted this up to the Five of Cups. So you were healing from disappointments or betrayals or sadness from the past. You've been healing. Something in the past didn't work out the way you wanted it to, and you've been healing from that. But this person will come in when the time is right. They're going to come in very fast. Very, very fast. So I actually just want to pull one card for who this person is. Who is this person? Thank you. The Nine of Pentacles and the World card. This could be, for some of you, someone that's recently gotten out of a relationship, or someone that's like recently become single. They've recently ended some kind of cycle. For some of you it is a Capricorn, for some of you it's a Virgo. Let's see what else here. For some of you it's a Libra as well, because the Justice card has just popped out here. And you also have the Ten of Swords and the Judgment. So for some of you, this person has been, excuse me, through a divorce. They've kind of had something ended. This seems to be, at least for some of you, this is like someone coming back around, you know. I would say for the majority of you, this is somebody coming back around. And I would say, at least for some of you, this person has ended something else to be with you. Or maybe when you met them, they were going through a divorce or something like this. But they seem to be free of that now because they're single now. So I'm going to jump into the extended reading, Cancer. I'm going to pull an oracle card first. So in the extended reading, we're going to talk more about your person, what they're thinking about you at the moment, and then I'm going to do a little pick a card for advice from the universe. So what would you like Cancer to know, please? Thank you. Soulmates. Oh, and you have the distorted masculine as well. I'm gonna have to quickly read up on that, Cancer. I think I know what it means, but you have soulmates and you have the distorted masculine. So you're definitely dealing with a soulmate connection, this person coming in here. Let me just quickly check the book. Okay, Cancer, so the distorted masculine. So I want to say this is because you guys are soulmates and there is a coming together here. And I also want to say, I feel like this is also your person here, this Emperor. I feel like they've leveled up as well. I feel like you've both been in hermit mode and you've both leveled up. You've both reached like this really important time in your lives. Like you've reached a really important milestone. But I feel like maybe when you met this person, or maybe like when you met this person, either they were showing up as the distorted masculine or you were, right? I feel like this person kind of denied the connection a little bit here, because this card is, it talks about an I'm not going to read the whole thing because look, but it talks about an unwillingness to trust, ignoring emotions and intuition, wanting proof, you know, instead of just going like, because I feel like this person, when you met, they were like, oh, this is the one, like this is the one I'm supposed to be with. But maybe they were with someone at the time, or maybe they just kind of ignored the connection because, I don't know, they wanted to work or something. Because that's another thing of the distorted masculine, is like pushing everything aside until your work is done. So I feel like when you met this person, you or them were kind of being the distorted masculine, but I feel like they've come out of this now. You know what I mean? And also they're saying to you here as well, Cancer, make sure that you're not ignoring your intuition. And if your body is saying rest and relax, listen to it, right? You know, don't just keep trying to like work past the pain, right? Because that's not good for you. Especially if you're supposed to be the distorted feminine, because there may be a little bit, sorry, the divine feminine. There might be a little bit of that in this too. Like, if you're the divine feminine in this, maybe you were sort of characterizing some distinctly masculine traits, like kind of working yourself into the ground or something like this, right? Maybe that was something you had to get past as well, you know, because the divine feminine is, you know, she's much more of an energy of like, you know, taking care of herself, like having a bath when she feels like it, or like instead of, you know, working every hour God sends, like making sure, you know, she's chill and, you know, she's doing things that she wants to do. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there, Cancer. I hope it was helpful, and if I see you in the extended reading, awesome. But if not, I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch the reading. I hope it was useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that, and take care, Cancer. Lots of love and light.